And you're amazing, Renee, and thank you so much. Like, truly, I tell everyone about you. Like, people ask me what are some of the things that I do to like stay balanced when I'm traveling, and how are you? Like, you seem so chill. I get this now. I never got it before, but like, you seem so chill, or you seem so confident, right? And I'm like, yeah, like I wasn't always. I usually say that to people. Like, it's been an evolution, and I'm just so grateful for your continued support and our work together, and just allowing me to access that part of myself. Like, so happy, and I'm so grateful for you. You're amazing. Like, I want to tell the world about you.
I love you.
I love you too. Okay, so before I started working with you, I had my marketing agency where I was serving a lot of clients and creating a lot of success for their businesses, primarily e-commerce brands, but also nonprofits, and even coaching some individual founders. And what ended up happening though is I was really sabotaging myself. Like, I would get into these situations with clients, for instance, where I would overgive and overdeliver and do it in such a way that it became a pattern and that the clients would expect it, and I would burn myself out. So, here I was kind of living a life that didn't feel right to me, hadn't felt right for a while, on the verge of burnout, with a lot of these client relationships, being really hard on myself and really looking down on myself because I had spent so long in this dynamic in a relationship that was really undercutting me and kind of causing me to question a lot of things about myself. I'd also invested in multiple other coaching containers prior to this point. I know you know which ones some of those are, and a lot of them were really helpful. I'm a huge fan of coaching, and I'm a huge fan of investing in yourself, and yet there was still this really big void that I was feeling that I couldn't quite. It was like the itch you can't scratch. And so that's really where I was when I found you.
Yeah.
So where I am now is I'm on track for a 50K month in January, which would be my biggest month since my business kind of had that peak and valley moment in 2022, in a way that allows me to, again, look back at the end of the day, not falling into bed exhausted and waking up exhausted and kind of like pulling myself out of bed after hitting snooze 4 times, but really just feeling like I'm creating sustainable income, and I'm more than that, I'm helping people, right? And that also was something that kind of shifted from I have to get more clients to how many people can I help and who can I really show up for today. As far as my life, I started traveling at the end of last year, around the same time we worked together. Actually, I took a leap, and as you know, I went to Costa Rica for about a month and loved it and had so many incredible experiences there, and just really transformed while I was there. Kind of like it felt like I hit a new level with my nervous system, and still something wasn't quite right. Costa Rica didn't feel like the place for me, so I came back. I had about a month in Colorado again, and then I decided to just really take a leap and book a one-way flight to Europe. And so I went to Portugal. I landed in Paris, which is one of my most favorite cities. We were working together the entire time, and so I felt really held by that. And chatting with you and just sharing what came up. I even got super triggered. I remember like one night, and I was like, I can't do this, and you really just like held the space, which was so cool. But yeah, so then I just kept traveling, and along the way I met an incredible guy, and really didn't expect that at all. But we've been seeing each other for the last couple of months, and went to Egypt together. I learned how to scuba dive. So kind of like within my own travels, I really accessed a lot of new aspects of my life, my whole life, in addition to the business that I've been building for the last several years. So it's felt really special to be able to have those things and also scale my business. And truly, I feel like I am in many ways a completely different person. Like, my body has changed. One thing we didn't talk about yet is over the last 2 to almost 3 years, basically since I started scaling in my business and building the agency the way that I thought I should build it, which is like this traditional masculine model, I began having a lot of gut issues, and was trying to kind of cure those with all these.
I remember that.
Yeah, it's 90% better from where it was. Like, My body looks the best it ever has. I actually look back at photos of myself about a year ago and I'm like, I feel sad for that person, not in a like a victim sense, but more just in a reflection of I see the pain that that person was in, and I now see why and how I had to experience those things to be able to now be at the place I am now.